Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Lasham Daily Briefing for Saturday, the 21st of March, 2026. Beginning here with the synoptic picture, you can see high pressure just off to the southwest of mainland UK there, bringing with it some fairly slack isobars, clear skies. The biggest feature really there being a sort of weakening warm front, beg your pardon, weakening cold front to the north coming down towards us, but nothing there of any great significance. Low pressure out into the Atlantic, but a much more settled picture than we've been used to seeing. So with that, we can expect light winds, those slack isobars from the east, and generally clear skies and fairly mild temperatures. Looking at the sat pictures, confirming that evidence of perhaps where that weak cold front is up to the north, and the occasional bit of sort of a very thin cloud around the UK, but nothing really in our area here in the south. See on the rain radar, nothing of significance, and even up to the north there, and nothing with that weak front. The observation this morning at Odium, as I'm sure you can imagine, light winds, 030 degrees at 3 knots, that very light northwesterly, with a visibility of greater than 10 kilometers and no cloud detected. Farnborough, they've got a nice TAF today, 040 degrees, 5 knots, cab okay. So clear skies, very, very pleasant weather expected. Winds aloft to the south of us, it's 060 and 050, around 15 knots, and to the north, variable at 5 knots, so very, very light. Windy here on the ground, very gentle northwesterly flow, beg your pardon, northeasterly flow across the airfield. And maximum velocity there around about 7 knots, gusting up to 15, according to the Met Office local forecast here. Undoubtedly increasing a little bit as we get a bit more mixing, but not greatly significant. Reasonable visibility, low humidity, and up to 3 on the UV scale. So time to start thinking about the soaring hats and sun cream. GFS showing us around 10 or 11 degrees in the warmest part of the day, so not particularly warm on the ground, with a dew point there of just about 0. Presently, we're up to 4.6 degrees with a dew point of 2.6. And there's the view on the south side looking to the west. You can see a little bit of thin top cover there and that light northwesterly wind in the sock there, but nothing that's going to spoil the day. Soaring wise, looking at the cross section here on sky sights, expecting blue all day, no cumulus forecast, and quite low humidity as well, fairly dry air, but showing soarable from sort of early afternoon onwards for about 3 hours of reasonable blue thermals up to just over 3,000 feet. So there's some flying to be had. Looking at the cloud distribution here, top meteo, we can see this little band here of sort of cirrus top cover coming in from the northwest, and that might get to us around about 2 or 3 o'clock this afternoon, but very, very high level, and all it's slightly do is reduce the heating. No times, then nothing greatly significant, especially given that forecast for local flying. So we'll move on to glider bookings. We've got 3 K21s today for booked instructional flying, and a K21 on the casual list. There are 2 K13s and the K8 allocated to the youth group, but there is another K21 available. We're now back to full strength of 5. There's also K13 set aside for trial lessons. There are a few single seaters not booked at the moment, so there is some availability, and 6 on the casual list with 1 instructor. So if there's any other instructors around that wish to help out, I'm sure we've got capacity for that. So fairly busy day today, so it'll require lots of hands at the walls, point people helping to make it run smoothly. No movements expected today. And in summary, high pressure is dominant, leading to clear skies and mild temperatures. Can expect an east-northeasterly flow throughout the day, and we'll be on runway 09, normal ops, but we'll still tow the cables out on the boom and have the gliders on the grass to the south of those. Reminder about the Boyne expedition bookings starting to come in now, so any questions do come and see Ron, Barry, or myself. So here's the airfield setup then, with the launch point in the normal summer ops area, winching off the south of the tarmac there with the cables coming up on the boom, and air towing on the hard. Were there to be a grid, which we're not expecting today, but going forward, we'll be gridding in an usual place with self-launchers at the back of the runways. We've got quite an increase in the number of self-launchers on site. That's all from me this morning. Let's make the most of the good weather today. We'll see you out there very shortly, and let's have fun and keep it safe. Thank you.